You know, when I think about the most incredible and rewarding experiences of my life, all of them involved going into the absolute unknown and taking some sort of massive leap of faith. And with that said, let's begin the video.
Don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. Don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. Don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks.
3 years ago, I graduated university, and I just remember feeling this fiery need, this fiery passion to live my way, my life. I don't know if a lot of you guys feel this way, but back then it almost felt like I knew who I was, I knew the moments that I was going to experience, but in that moment when I was 22, I was confused. This is my journal from January of 2016. And in this, there's one line that I'll always remember writing that really described the feeling that I felt during that time. I wrote, "I don't know what I want to do. I just know that I want to see and understand this world we live in more and learn something new every day." Now, about 2 weeks after that journal entry, I made a decision that it truly guided me, and it also molded my life into what it really is today. I've been on 3 flights now. One to Houston, then one to Moscow, and one to Singapore. So I've been going for like a solid, I'm not even really thinking right now, like 30 straight hours. I was having so much fun in the Singapore airport that I forgot that my flight was at 9:50. Boarding was like 20 minutes ago too. This is an international flight to Vietnam. I gotta run. This is my new friend, Philip, and we're very excited to go to Vietnam. Vietnam, a country that I didn't really know much about, had no friends, and really didn't know what I would be doing there other than having a strong intuition and trust in my path. A week later, I got a job at a Vietnamese university, and I started my teaching career as a university business 101 English professor. Now, this is where I think I learned a lot about myself. So Vietnam is what's called a developing country, which is basically defined as a poor agricultural country that is seeking to become more advanced economically and socially. So basically a country that has a government that's quite new, and to be completely transparent, a country where most people, they don't have that much money. So per hour at the university, now mind you, I was 22 years old, I had just graduated from my own university, I didn't have much teaching experience at the time. I was making $23 an hour. Now, whether that's a lot of money to you or just a little bit of money, let's just talk about the facts of Vietnam. The average income of a Vietnamese person is just $150 a month. So divide that by 40 hours a week, 160 hours a month. People aren't even making $1 an hour. And me being a new teacher that's not experienced whatsoever, is making $23 an hour. What? Now, this is where you either look away and you don't really research deeper and you just enjoy your time in Vietnam, or you dig deeper and you find out why and how there's such inequalities. For me, I was new to Vietnam. I didn't really know why this was going on. I couldn't find information in how it was going on, but I did have friends. So after investigating this with my Vietnamese friends, long story short, we found out that these language schools, these universities, are charging these huge, like massive sums of money to these families that don't necessarily have the money, spending their life savings on to be taught by unqualified teachers. But instead of feeling down, instead of feeling discouraged by this, me and my friends, we saw this as an opportunity. My buddy Ty and I got this idea that it was just a very basic idea, that what if we ran a free education center with the basis of having our main mission, our main goal, providing free education to people, but also creating a profitable business within that. Now, this may sound amazing and so cool, but how do you turn a profit when your main product is free? But it turns out that when you offer free education to a city that has never really seen free education before, and also to a city that has 10 million people in it, people, they go a little bit They go absolutely crazy.
Minh lại trở nên rộn ràng. Đây là Bobby Briscoe.
And they just shared the post here. And it has 3.4 thousand likes. Hello! And the group is just about to hit 10,000 members. Literally in 24 hours, we went from a group of people that was just like a handful of people that we knew across Vietnam to 10,000 students. So although it sounds cool, what did we do? We realized now that we had this group, we had this following. So we started to go to cafes and we started to ask them if they wanted to pay us to have our classes there. Now at first it sounded really weird to these cafes. They were like, no, wait, I don't understand. You're going to pay us to have your classes in our space. And we said, no. We want you to pay us to bring our students here because we have a network of 10,000 people that would now know your cafe. And there was this brief moment on each cafe owner's like face that it just looked like they went from misunderstanding to it just clicking. For me, this story always reminds me to follow my gut, to follow my feeling, to follow my intuition, whatever you want to call it. So to my past self, my future self, and to all of you guys, I just want to leave you with the question of what if? What if you do that thing that's just in your mind, that crazy thing, that thing that makes no sense but just makes sense to your heart deep down? Now, on another note, a lot of you guys have been asking where I learned how to start a business, entrepreneurship, and where I learned how to edit and also do YouTube. Well, I have a bit of a surprise and a bit of a gift for you guys. What if I told you that you could have all this education of entrepreneurship and editing, filmmaking, YouTube, pretty much anything you can think of, all for free? You get free education, you get free education, you get free education. I've always wanted to say that. See, a few years ago, I came across this website called Skillshare, a place where you can learn anything from entrepreneurship to basically how to succeed with YouTube to pretty much anything. So as this is a video about free education, I wanted to offer you guys something, offer you guys a gift of free education as well. So after talking to Skillshare, they decided to give the first 500 of you guys a 2-month membership for free. So anyway guys, I left the link in the description box below for the free 2-month membership, and I'll see you guys next time.